What is going on everyone, and welcome to the channel. So it's the time of the week again when the weekly challenges do come out here in Fortnite Battle Royale, and we're on week 2 of season 6. So what I'm going to be doing today is going over the easiest way to complete the week 2 challenges, so that you can familiarise yourself with the challenges for when they do actually release, in order to complete the challenges before everyone else, and work your way up towards the hunting party skin that will probably be released after you complete the week 7 challenges, so in about 5 weeks time. So I will be doing these challenges every single week, a day before they are actually released into Fortnite Battle Royale, so make sure you subscribe for that if you want them every single week to once again familiarise with the challenges and be able to complete them before everyone else. So this week's challenges consist of: visit all of the corrupted areas, there's 7 of them. Use a shadow stone in different matches, 3. Stage 1, I'm not sure of the different stages, this is the same thing for the next section, for the Battle Pass owners only challenges. I don't know all the stages, I only know the first stage. But stage 1 is deal damage with standard assault rifles to opponents. Then the first Battle Pass challenge, eliminate opponent from at least 50 meters away. The next one, deal damage with pistols to opponents, and then SMG eliminations, you have to get 3 of them. And finally, stage 1, obviously as I said, I don't know the rest of them, but stage 1 is deal damage with hunting rifles to opponents. So that's all of the challenges for this week, so now let's go right into the easiest way to complete them. So first challenge of this week is to visit all 7 of the corrupted areas on the Fortnite map. And when you do open the Fortnite map in game, you will be able to see where all of them are, so it won't be that difficult to actually locate them. But the most efficient way of actually doing this challenge, and probably getting it done in one single game, is to go on to, if this game mode is still out, and it's soaring 50s. There might be a brand new 50 vs 50 game mode. There's like pretty much all the time there's going to be a 50 vs 50 game mode, but I'm not too sure if it's soaring. But if it is soaring 50s, then basically just land at one, because there's loot there as well, so that's a good thing. You can pick up some loot and then farm materials, just build up and then jump off, fly to the next one, and so on and so forth until you go around every single one of the challenges. So it's a very easy challenge to complete, and that's all I can help you with in that one. So let's go right into the next one. So the second challenge of this week is to use a shadow stone in 3 different matches. And to do this one is very easy. Either just play standard solo games and enjoy yourself, or what you can do is once again go into 50 vs 50. This time it doesn't have to be soaring, but just 50 vs 50, because this does not count towards your record. Just head into a 50 vs 50 match and pick up a shadow stone, kill yourself, back out the game, and then just repeat that process 3 times, and that will be done in absolutely no time. So it's a very easy challenge to complete, so there's not really much else I can help you with for that one. But that's all for that challenge. Let's get right into the next challenge. So the final free challenge of this week is a stage challenge, and just as I said in the intro, I do not know of the other stages, I just know of the first stage. And the first stage is to deal 200 damage with standard assault rifles to opponents. And the term standard assault rifles can mean one of 2 things, at least in my mind. The first thing being that is any common assault rifle, or grey assault rifle, whatever you want to call it. It can be a grey M16 or a grey burst, because I don't believe there's any other assault rifles which are actually common or grey. So it can either be that, or the other possibility is that it is just any variant of the M16. So it can be the grey M16, it can be the green M16, or it can be the blue M16. I'm leaning a bit more towards any common assault rifle, but I'm not really sure exactly what one it is. They could have worded it a little bit better, but I guess we'll find out when the challenges do release. But I would probably use the standard M16 just for safety, just to cover all angles of the situation. So that's really all for that challenge. Let's get right into the next challenge. So the first Battle Pass owners only challenge of this week is to eliminate one single opponent from at least 50 meters away. And when you think of range in Fortnite, what do you think of? You're probably thinking snipers, and that's probably what you should be thinking, because you can also use like assault rifles or school assault rifles and stuff like that, but I feel like the most efficient way to do it is through using a sniper, because it deals pretty good damage at long range with no damage drop off. So I'd use one of 2 snipers, one of which being the hunting rifle, because it's a lot more accurate than other snipers, at least in my experience, and also the hunting rifle is involved in another challenge as well. So you can basically kill two birds with one stone. So that's why I use the hunting rifle. And the heavy sniper, I'd use the heavy sniper for damage, because you can pretty much one-shot someone with a body shot if they're on 150 health. So you don't you don't need to be too accurate, you don't need to go for the head with the heavy sniper, because it deals so much damage you can kill them very quickly. And in Sword 50s, which I'd advise, or 50 vs 50, I'd advise to go into that to do it, because I do believe that if you knock someone, that does still count as elimination even if they get picked up. Don't quote me on that, but I feel like that is actually the case. I feel like I did that in quite a while ago. That's really all for that challenge. Let's go right on to the next one. So the next challenge of this week is to deal 500 damage with pistols to opponents, and I'll give you one guess what I'm about to say. I'm not really sure. Oh, how did you guess? 50 vs 50. And you will hear me saying that quite a lot, because it's such an efficient way to do things. Even although a lot of people do know this already, it is still quite more efficient than going into solo duels or squads. But now that's out of the way, what I'd advise to go is, as I said, 50 vs 50, and use dual pistols. You can obviously use any pistol that you want, but I'd advise to go with the dual pistols, because they deal pretty good damage, to get decent ammo, and that's basically all the reasons I have. And if you can't find dual pistols, which would be kind of weird because they're like blue now, I'd go with a silenced pistol, because they, in my opinion, they're very good as well. But basically most pistols are pretty good now, so you won't be finding that too difficult to complete this challenge. So yeah, that's really all for that challenge. Let's go right into the next one. So second to last challenge of this week is to get 3 SMG eliminations. So for this, once again, head into 50 vs 50. I know you're tired of me saying 50 vs 50, but once again, it's very, very efficient. So obviously, since SMGs are just like overpowered, you can pick up any SMG you want, preferably a P90, but as I said, any are fine. So go into 50 vs 50 and just knock someone with any weapon you want. It can be a shotgun, sniper, shotgun, I just said shotgun twice, assault rifle, or it can still be an SMG. But when they're on the ground, just finish them with an SMG and you'll get that kill. That'll still count as a kill for your SMG, so it's very effective to use it that way. So yeah, it's very easy to complete. Just do that 3 times and you'll be all good. So let's get right into the final challenge. So the final challenge of this week is another stage challenge, and it does also lead back to a previous challenge that I've talked about. And the first stage of this challenge is to deal 200 damage with hunting rifles to opponents. So there's multiple ways of doing this, or like techniques to do this, but the second variant, the second technique is probably the best. The first one is just go into any game that you want, find someone that's camping in a base, just shoot from a distance, get a good like vision of them, and once they peak, just shoot them in the head or something. That'll deal like over 100 damage, and just do that a couple of times and you'll be all good. But the second and more effective method is, once again, 50 vs 50. I know, but it's the last time for today. Go into 50 vs 50 and find anyone in the enemy team that's knocked. You don't have to knock them, it could be someone else, it could be anyone could have knocked them, but just find an enemy and just shoot them with a hunting rifle, because that will still count as damage dealt to the enemy. Just doing that a couple of times, and probably like 3 times maximum, and you get that one done very, very easily. So that's really all I can help you out with that one, and that is all for this week's challenges. So I do these every single week, the day before they are actually released, as I previously said. So make sure you subscribe for that. And before you actually go, I found it weird that for the past couple of weeks, like week 1 and week 2 of season 6, there's not been a single search between or like hunt for this treasure map, follow the treasure map challenge. I don't know why taking them out, they were very fun to do, but it's kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. So yeah, as I said, that's really all for this video, and if you did enjoy it, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Goodbye.